Hey guys, it's Kiah, and today I'm going to do a bit of like a uni Q&A. I was asked a few questions from some younger viewers. There's also a few questions about transitioning into like becoming like an adult, essentially, which I don't really have the hang of yet, but I am going to give you my advice. Someone asked, what do they really look for on your applications? It really depends like what school you're going to. A lot of schools I know pay a lot of attention to your grades. They also want to see how involved you are in school. So for example, if you are in grade 11 right now, in grade 12 I would definitely try to jump on some committees or pick up some responsibilities in your community or in your school that would like look good on an application. It's just like applying for a job, really. Like you want to put things on your resume that make you look good. Another part about applying is you have to pick your room assignments. One of the questions that I got was, is it weird living with someone that you don't know? I was lucky enough that I actually got a single room, but I have someone who does know what it's like to live with a roommate, so they'll tell you a bit about it.
I'm Cheyenne. I just finished first year in nursing at McMaster. I don't know if I'm supposed to disclose my university or not, but I'm a first year student. And the question I got was, what's it like living with people you don't know? You definitely go into it not knowing like what to expect, and I think that's like the beauty of it, is like you don't know these people and you don't really know anyone in your building. And something about that is really liberating because you really get to be who you want to be, and I think that's how I embraced it, and so it worked out really well. Like my roommate, we met over Facebook, but we never actually met in person. We just like saw that we had a couple of common interests, and then we met in person, and it was impressive how like well we got along and how we really integrated our lives together as like roommates. And yeah, it was like, I thought I'd be more scared about it, but I definitely, as soon as I let go and realized like how positive of an experience it could be, it really turned out for the best.
What's up guys, this is Geek from 2 Doors Over. The biggest difference I think between your post-secondary of college and university and high school, at least from my perspective, is people don't care as much about others' opinions, about others' lives, and people aren't as involved in others' business. Also, you can find a closer knit of friends, people who really care about you and have the same interests as you. In high school, you're kind of just thrown into a pot of prepubescent teens who are all just there to get an education because their parents are making them. However, when you go off to college, university, you're learning something that you love and you adore. Well, at least hopefully you love and you adore. And the people who are also there are there for the same reasons, which mean you'll have a lot more in common. You'll get along with them a lot better, and you'll have deeper connections, I think, than you did in high school. Plus, the people in college, university don't care what others do with their lives. I went to an arts college, so that might be more present at my college. But I remember there's like some guy walking around with a dragon head on. You're like, yeah, you go, man, you wear that dragon head.
Another question I got was, are professors nice? In first year, a lot of them just want to get to know you and want to meet you, especially if you're going to major in that faculty. Like, they'll want to interact with you. So my only advice with professors is that you have to try to introduce yourself to them and try to talk to them as much as you can, especially your TAs. Your TAs are the ones that grade your papers and grade all your work, so you want to get to know them so that way they can learn about you, and maybe not necessarily they'll change their marking scheme, but they'll definitely have a personal connection like to your work. I found out that helped a lot. Like, I went through a bit of a rocky patch in second semester, and I communicated really well with my TAs, and I got extensions on papers. I was able to do a project to bring my mark up because I had lost marks in participation because I couldn't wake up and I couldn't go to class. I just had no motivation to do any of that. So your TAs are going to be your best friends. Do you pay a lot for textbooks? Now, my university, thank gosh, a lot of stuff is online, so a lot of the time you don't actually have to buy the textbook, you just have to buy like the barcode. So with that, you're actually saving quite a bit of money. You can also buy books used. I bought a lot of my English books used because they were like $25 sometimes for like these thin little books, and I didn't want to pay the full price, so I'd pay like 10 or 15 for them instead, which I found to be a great alternative. It helped me save money. Do you grocery shop? I did, except I wish I didn't. I'm vegetarian and I find it really hard to find alternatives, so a lot of the time I would go to, we had like a corner store that was also a grocery store, and I'd end up buying a lot of my like snack food there. If you don't have any dietary restrictions, I think it's really smart that you should try to use your meal plan to like its full extent. If you have dietary restrictions and you're also able to choose smaller meal plans, I highly recommend that. I wish I had the option to do that, but I didn't. When do I see my parents? I saw my mom and my dad. But I would come and stay at my mom's house, but I would see my dad when I came home. I came home on Thanksgiving, Christmas, reading week, and Easter, and then between that I think I came home during exam season because I had really big breaks between my exams, so I'd come home for like a week or something. But really, it's very possible to even see your family every weekend if you have the money and the time. Same with significant others. If you have the money and the time, it's very easy to kind of plan that kind of stuff.
Hi, my name's Taylor, and Kiah asked me to talk a little bit about what it's like living off campus for first year. Living off campus is fun. You get to create your entire space. You get to adult for the first time by yourself while still having a little bit of a safety net of mom and pop back home. So res is a little bit of a baby step between mom and dad's house to the real world. And so if you're ready to just jump right into the real world, then do it. You don't have to do what everyone else does. Yeah, I would definitely recommend to a friend.
That is all for my university Q&A. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, comment something, subscribe. If you have any opinions or any more questions, I'd be happy to answer and reply to them in the comments below. So that's it. Bye!